Matt, a sad day is coming in our house.
Womp womp?
Womp womp.
What's happening?
The dog that we've been puppy sitting since the middle of December, she goes home tomorrow.
I forgot that you had signed up to puppy sit for a long time. So describe this dog again. Is it a black lab? What is it?
It is a Labradoodle.
That's right.
And she looks like the color of peanut butter. Her name's Rosie.
Okay.
And it has been the best. Like anytime I tell somebody that we're puppy sitting and how long we're puppy sitting, they're like, wow, that's really nice of you. I'm like, this dog is amazing. She is a 2-year-old. She listens really well. She likes to play. She likes to snuggle. She likes to give kisses. She travels well because we took her to Kansas with us for Christmas. And just, I did not foresee our family being so sad about her going back to her family the end of this week.
Now, remind the listener, your dog Rockney, how old was Rockney and when did he die?
Rockney was 12. His birthday was actually Christmas Day. He would have been lucky number 13, but he died in August.
Okay.
His brain was there, but his body was giving out. So we had to make the hardest call ever. I'm not looking forward to getting another dog for that reason. I mean, we had a really great doctor and they really were sweet and kind, but at the same time, it's just like that was the hardest thing to decide and to watch and to be a part of. And Elliot, who is our youngest, and she's going to be 10 in February, she's a big animal lover, especially dogs. And she has been pushing for a puppy, pushing. And I told her the other day, even when we had Rosie, I was just like, I'm just not ready for another dog. And she goes, you know what? Me neither. I'm like, well, then quit pressuring me.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about since you've had this pup for weeks now. If your mind had changed on this. Because, we talked about it before the dog arrived, I believe.
Yes.
And I had questioned you. I was like, don't you think this might trap you into wanting a...
Are you sure this is smart, Kate? Yeah, I think because she's 2, she still has some puppy in her where she's playful and wants attention, but she's house trained. She doesn't bite things. She doesn't eat things. She's just a really good dog that I think not only does the end of life part scare me about getting another dog, but like the puppy phase gives me pause. Bump. You like that?
Yeah, I was going to say, pardon the pun.
Pun intended.
That's great.
Because Monty works so much and the girls are at school, like I would be on puppy duty and I don't know if I'm ready. When are you ever ready to go into that stage? But,
clean up dog do.
I know.
Now you have hardwood floors, right?
Yeah. And we have some carpet that, Rockney left his mark on that we had to have cleaned a couple of times, but not peeing or poop.
Just from laying there.
Vomit.
Oh.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. When I said making his mark, I thought, it sounds like he marked his territory, but no, just vomited.
I hadn't considered.
Yeah, the other way.
I don't think I've ever seen a dog vomit before.
Oh, you are missing out, my friend.
Damn it.
They're like the, yeah, and then they kind of, yeah.
I haven't lived. I've heard him cough before, cough something up, but not full on.
Cleaning up dog vomit. Oh, man. It's a pastime of people.
I was curious how you're going to rescue that.
Of pet owners.
There you go.
Yeah. No, but Rosie's been a great... I know that Rosie's family is going to be happy to see her, and we've been sending lots of pictures and everything while they've been gone, but I think our family's going to be sad to see Rosie go.
Where'd Rosie's family go? Overseas or something?
No, my friend Dina is from Washington State, and with everything going on, she hasn't been able to go home for quite some time, so she was able to book quite some time away.
Nice.
So they get back later this week. And, I think the kids maybe missed one day before Christmas break, and I think they'll miss 3 days this week, but they're just getting back to school. I mean, it's not really heavy hitting stuff. They're fine. They're little.
Yeah, no deal.
Yeah. So they usually travel with Rosie, but they weren't going to this year. And we were having our mom's night, and I had a few drinks in me, and I'm like, well, I'll keep your dog.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next day she texted me, she's like, were you serious? And I was like, oh, yeah, I said I'd keep your dog. Yeah, sure, why not? And then when we met her, it was perfect, because I was kind of like, oh, no. What if Rosie's not a good girl? But Rosie's a really good girl.
Well, congratulations on an almost completely, because there's still some time for you to mess it up, right?
True. I do think I may have broke their dog, though. Because she's not used to sleeping in bed with them.
Oh.
She sleeps in her kennel, in her bed. She lets herself in. Nobody puts her in there. Nobody shuts the door. She has slept in bed with me every night.
Okay. Does she hop up there, or you just grab her here you go. Come on in here.
No, she's the big girl. She just follows. I mean, I don't even have to be like, come on. She just climbs up, snuggles in.
Interesting. Will be interesting to hear what your friend says.
I know. Sorry, you've got a snuggle buddy now.
Yeah. Rosie is staying up all night. She can't sleep anymore.
Rosie had some bad dreams, so we had to let her stay in bed with us.
It's very sweet of you.
Every night.
Every night.
Every night.
Nightmare City at Kate's house.
Labradoodle was not on our radar for dogs, but I have to say that Labradoodle has entered the top 3.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, what are the other?
Labrador and Poodle Pointers. I'm not saying poodle funny. It's Pudel.
Thank you for clarifying.
You're a poodle like the Travassier. No, it's a
poodle. Right.
It's a Poodle Pointer, which is like a hunting dog. But obviously, I mean, it's going to be more of like a house dog with us, but we're supposed to be good at hunting too.
And your house is new enough that it's not infested yet with rodents, so. Right?
That's not, I mean, we don't need like a mouser dog. We would need like a dog that retrieves ducks.
Oh, right. Just reminding me of that dog on Duck Hunt that mocks you when you don't hit
you don't get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Not cool.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
So you say, okay, you're not ready for a dog yet, but you've ranked different breeds, right?
Oh, yeah. I've said that we're either going to get another black lab or Monty's pushing for this pointer, but after hanging out with Rosie, I'm like, these Labradoodles, they don't shed. They're really smart.
So I was going to say.
They're really sweet. They're good with kids. Hypoallergenic.
Yeah, that's right.
Allergenic.
Blow a fan on them and they clean the air. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
Walking HEPA filter.
It's just weird. It's like petting a carpet, though.
Her
fur is different.
You don't find that gratifying?
It's just different. Like our dog was a lab, so we had straight black hair everywhere. And then, there's this little shag carpet prancing around.
Not shedding all over the house.
Not shedding all over.
Yeah, that seems key. Now, what about the Roomba? Did you end up getting a Roomba? Because we talked about a Roomba can be a good fill-in for a dog. You didn't?
I didn't. And here's the reason I didn't jump on the Roomba for Christmas, because I knew we were going to be taking care of this dog. And I was really looking forward to the dog taking care of Crumbs.
Okay.
She didn't take care of Crumbs as much as I thought she was going to.
Bad dog.
I know. I mean, she gets the big stuff in the kitchen, but she doesn't sit underneath the island like our dog used to while the kids would eat, because he'd just be like, they're going to spill stuff. I'm going to eat.
Rosie, not so much.
Rosie's not so much. She's like, I'll just have a piece of your bacon that you hand feed me. Thank you.
That'll do. Okay.
That'll do,
I wouldn't settle for floor scraps either then.
She's a princess.
Sounds like it. How you doing on your water over there?
I'm doing okay. I am one bottle down. I've had a smoothie already this morning. That wasn't all water. It was chocolate milk and water, so I'm doing okay. I didn't do the hot water with lemon either. I'm just doing water with a lemon wedge in my water bottle.
That sounds refreshing.
Yeah. I've got I've stored my gallon outside the building so it stays cold but doesn't take up fridge space. You're welcome.
Okay. I don't put things in there, but
I just think that's courteous of me.
I do room temperature water. Do you ice yours down throughout the day, like at home or whatever?
Yeah,
constantly icing
I do.
Okay.
I do. I don't like it too room temperature. Like I'm a little bit on the cooler side, even in the winter, but I don't, I just can't drink warm water. I don't know.
Now, I was thrown because yesterday you had said you were putting down you're trying to take down a gallon of water a day.
Yep.
But in that same conversation, it said, 64 ounces, because we had that bottle that listener had sent a photo of.
Rhonda?
The 64 ounce. Yeah, Rhonda had sent us that photo of that bottle.
Yes.
Good recall there.
Thank you.
You agreed, right? 64 ounces what they want you to take down. Is this correct?
I think that's what they say. They as the experts, say
government.
The collective you. Yes. CDC says you can cut your bangs and drink 64 ounces of water. No, they say, the health officials, the internet, the whomevers say 64 ounces is what the collective you should drink a day in water. Okay.
I was like, there's clearly more ounces in a gallon than 64. And so I looked it up. Ounces in a gallon, 133.2275 fluid ounces, Kate.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's more than double.
That is a lot.
That's more than double.
That is. Yeah.
So, and is this a resolution of yours to put down a gallon of water a day?
No, but it's where I used to be when I was my healthiest of living.
Okay.
But I was doing a gallon a day.
Yeah, your resolution is to get the running in gear and do your race and all that stuff.
Oh, gosh. It's so hard. Yes.
And so the water consumption could complement that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But damn, you're an overachiever. That's more than double.
Maybe I'm getting caught up from the month of December where I was severely dehydrated.
Too much wine.
A little bit of wine, but, I always struggle in winter to drink water because it's cold out. So I don't drink as much water. So I'm trying to stay hydrated.
So I recommend the room temperature. I know it's boring. I think it lacks taste as a result.
I think it's, I know that water doesn't have a taste, really. I don't know.
So this reminded me, you had sent me this message. I dug up this message. First glass, large pour of wine for the season. And this was back on December 17th.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a interesting bottle of wine. 19 Crimes, The Uprising. Red wine, aged 30 days in rum barrels.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some dude with is that supposed to be like an old school prison number or something?
His mugshot. Yep.
Mugshot. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. And the uprising is from the Irish Rebellion. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we had talked about how your wine was coming later this year than in previous years. And part of it was because of the mild winter we were having at that time, which we still have. We're back and forth all over the place right now. But they only gave you 2 weeks before. Are you doing dry January? Is that right?
I am doing dry January. Wah-wah.
Sheesh. You're all over it.
I'm trying, Matt. I'm trying.
No,
it's easier to get up and run if I don't have a tinge of a hangover.
Yeah.
Or, okay, true confessions with Matt and Kate.
Oh, exciting.
I know. So back in the day when I had some stuff going on in my life, I used alcohol to go to sleep. Not healthy. Don't recommend it.
No.
Not a good idea. Now it seems like if I have 5 beers, if I have a beer, I just don't sleep great.
Oh, interesting.
So I know that if I'm going to get up and run, I probably shouldn't drink the night before. So I thought, okay, if I really want to kick off this running, if I really want to get some good training in for my race in April, I should try dry January so I can make a habit of it so that whether I sleep like a champion or I don't sleep that great, it's still going to be easier for me to get up and run.
Right. So then you can have a drunk February.
Yeah.
Right. And see how well you run then. If that fails, then you can have a dry March. And then you'll be golden in time for April in the race.
Ooh.
Science experiment.
See, this is where I have to budget my dry months, Matt, because I don't have a lot going on in January, but March is real busy. I'm going to need to drink in March. So,
okay.
You've got spring break, you've got St. Patrick's Day, you've got March Madness, the whole thing. Yeah. January, I'm okay. February, maybe even, but March, I'm going to have some brews. So,
Gots to.
I know. Doesn't that also sound selfish? Like dry January because I don't have anything going on.
No. I think that's fine. That makes total sense. It gives you the chance to break free of it,
right?
And reestablish your relationship maybe with it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think you were putting down near the amount of alcohol I was putting down before I took my 6 months off. Last year, the year before, I don't know. All the years feel the same now. But
I have been using an app called Try Dry.
All right.
The app for dry January and beyond. And every night when it asks me, were you dry today? I say yes. And it throws me like a little party on my phone. And I feel special.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I feel special.
Like, the little horns that go,
yeah.
Where'd it go?
Yeah. On my birthday, my phone was blowing up and I was getting all kinds of balloons over iMessage. And that's pretty exciting,
Look at you.
Nobody sent me anything with lasers, though. I like that laser effect.
No lasers?
I haven't seen that one in a while.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Womp womp.
Womp womp. Did you tell your mom?
To figure out how to send me a happy birthday with lasers?
Or only text me with lasers, Mom.
Yeah. And going forward, can you please only text me? When you want to text me, make sure you send it with lasers, please.
If you're going to text, there better be lasers.
For maximum effect.
What if it's something sad?
Oh, you're right. Such and such died.
I just picture like the dog got ran over. Pew, 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 pew.
Right, pew, pew, yep.
Not a good idea to send lasers.
Yeah, you're right. That might be that might be rough. You're right. Maybe send lasers with every message might be a bit of an overreach. I don't know. So I tell you what, I've heard about this more this year than any other year. People doing dry January.
Really?
And I salute and I encourage. Yeah, I feel like it's a fairly new-ish occurrence. I don't know.
New-ish.
Yeah. No? You've been familiar with dry January for like the last 10 years, you think? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I guess I was just staying away from sober people or something somehow.
That's right.
During that course of time.
Don't bring that juju over here.
Did you see PBR? Did you see what they did on Twitter the other day?
I read the headline on my Apple News that says PBR retracts after their message to people who drink Coors. Was it Coors?
No, they were mocking...
dry January, that's
yes,
it.
They were mocking dry January.
I don't think we can say what PBR tweeted, right?
I can bleep it. You want to say it?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't have it in front of me, but something along the lines of, oh, you're having dry January and not PBR? I guess you could eat something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just saw the headline that's just, we retract. I was like, good idea.
Yeah, one of the Adweek or Ad Age, one of those publications had an article about it, and they had captured a lot of the interactions that happened before the tweet got deleted. They got pretty aggressive with some of the people. They're like, well, that's what PBR tastes like anyway, or something.
Oh man!
And then they're like, yeah, that's what your mother told us, or something like that. There was some pretty, there was some pretty intense back and forth. And then, and they blamed some rogue. They're like, oh yeah, someone went rogue with the marketing.
There you go. Jeez, got a little out of hand here.
Yeah, they've been doing some pretty aggressive tweeting for a while, so I don't know. May have just landed poorly, but I found it funny after the fact, and we're giving PBR plugs today. And I do like PBR.
Oh, see, I was going to say maybe their marketing team makes up for their taste. Like, hey, we're not big on taste, so let's go big on marketing.
Yeah, I like PBR.
Okay.
No? Not a fan?
I haven't. I drank it when I was really poor. So.
Well, that makes me feel poor.
Well, I'm just.
Actually, no, we've talked recently about how I spend too much money on fancier beers, but how once upon a time I had a strategy to drink a couple fancies and then rely on a more affordable lager, whatever. But what I like currently, Kate, is if I end up at like a brunch spot or something, get me a spicy Bloody Mary and a PBR.
At the same time?
At the same time, yeah.
Okay.
It's a good little chaser. Or you can kind of red beer your Bloody Mary as it diminishes, you know?
There you go.
One little tip there.
Get all the flavor.
Yeah. Here we are talking about dry January, and I'm giving drinking tips, but
I know.
It's a good pairing. Recommended. There was some fancy place I ended up at where they're like, and you get a sidecar of whatever it was, some kind of lager. And I was like, ooh, this is fun.
We'd like a sidecar of a cheeseburger, please. Thanks.
Yeah.
Those bloodies where they've got like the shrimp cocktail, the cheeseburger slider, the 5 onion rings, and a pickle.
A party sub attached.
Yes.
Good old pickles.
Good old pickles. Love some pickles.
We need a pickle counter to keep track of all the times we say pickle. Or not.
Like a swear jar?
I know we talked about pickles again yesterday. Yeah, kind of. Maybe.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because we were talking about the McRib again.
McRib.
That's right.
I'm like, did we really talk about pickles? Yeah, we did.
So now we've successfully talked about pickles and McDonald's on back-to-back shows. Hooray.
Okay.
As you've come to expect from Matt and Kate.
On that, though, Matt, Lake Superior State University in Michigan, every year they have an annual list of words and phrases that need to be banished in the new year.
Okay.
So do we need to come up with our own list of Matt and Kate words that need to be banished, like McDonald's? Do we need to stop talking about McDonald's?
Oh.
Did you hear about this list?
It probably would be good to diversify the things we talk about, not talk so much about McDonald's. But so when did this come out? I feel like I just saw something yesterday. I didn't click through though.
I was going to say I saw it yesterday too in the afternoon. So, okay. You want the top 5?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a good list that I feel like you and I either hear every day or read in company emails.
Oh, great. Okay.
So I don't know. Do we anonymously post this list of banished words and phrases in the break room so that they'll stop popping up in our company emails?
Except for, I think, amazingly, some of the people in this building listen to this radio show, Kate.
So they'll get it. Okay.
They'll figure it out. All right. So what are they?
That being said.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. I wondered if you were going to think yeah, go.
Right. Those things I said being said.
That being said, asking for a friend.
Okay. Yeah.
Circle back.
Yeah.
Deep dive. You're on mute.
That's pretty good. You can't banish that one, though.
No.
You kind of need it.
New normal.
New normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Those are kind of most of those are pretty obnoxious.
I feel like I say this. The top 3, I feel like I say a lot. And I don't know if it's in the last year or the last 10 years, but I feel like I say them a lot. Ready? Number 3. At the end of the day.
Oh, yeah. I hate that. I hate that one.
I say that all the time. And it's when I'm trying to make a decision. At the end of the day, what's the worst that's going to happen? At the end of the day, is it really going to matter? I mean.
Yeah, I'm always curious. I want to say, well, what about at the beginning of the day?
It might matter, but at the end of the day, after the day has gone on, does it really matter? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a friend of mine. Apparently, he worked it out of his system, but he used to say at the end of the day, a ton when he was trying to recap something going on. And then it vanished without. And I'm fairly certain I didn't mock him. I wasn't like, well, what about the beginning of the day? Since you're talking about the end of the day.
You didn't have to have an intervention?
No.
Okay. Dude, we care about you. But if you say this again, we're going to waterboard you.
No, waterboard. Okay. I'll punch in the stomach.
Okay.
Something like that.
All right. Number 2, Matt. I don't know why this is on here, but no worries.
Okay. That's what I saw. That's what I saw in the headline was no worries.
No worries. I don't want to let that go.
What are you supposed to say? You're welcome instead? Maybe? Because that's typically when you're going to get a no worries, right? Someone says, oh, thanks for doing that. And you say, no worries.
Or if somebody apologizes for something, you're like, hey, no worries. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Really?
That's number 1. Number 1 is, wait, what?
Interesting.
I feel like I say that a lot to my children. Wait, what?
Seems appropriate.
Pay attention now.
They say something ridiculous, right? And then you're doing something, kind of ignoring them, and then, wait, what?
Yes.
I think I just got some kind of comprehension of what you're talking about over here, and I'm going to need a re-download, please.
Can you repeat that, please? Yeah.
All right, so any more? Is that it? Is that the list?
That is the Lake Superior State University in Michigan annual list of words and phrases that need to be banished in the new year.
And let's give them a rundown one more time real quick for anyone who might have missed it.
Deep dive. Circle back. Asking for a friend. That being said, at the end of the day, no worries. Wait, what?
There they are. Well, at the end of the day, no worries. Yeah.
At the end of the day, that being said, no worries.
Thanks, Kate.
Or let's circle back at the end of the day.
Circle back.
Hi. I feel like that's a good email phrase. Let's circle back on this when it actually matters and not right now.
I think I'm pretty good at email, Kate. Are you aware of that? That I think I'm pretty good at email?
In general? Like, I know how to send and receive or...
Manage.
Draft? Oh, manage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like clearing out the inbox, so it's a distraction. It's a big old distraction in there, so I don't check.
I feel like that's a different phrase, though.
What?
I'm good at managing email. Because when you say I'm good at email, or I'm good at emails.
I'm good at composing email, too. I think I write a good email. But one thing I read recently was don't be too good at your email.
Really?
In the sense of in my case, I try to not check it very often. But if you check your email often and you think, okay, I check my email often, I keep that thing under control and all that stuff, it's actually kind of counterintuitive because what you teach the people that you're emailing with, oftentimes this would be someone's workplace that they're emailing in, right?
Okay.
What you're doing is you're training people that you're very responsive to email, and thus you get more email. Isn't that fascinating? Now, a lot of people have jobs where it's, well, I can't do that because I'm constantly got to manage customer service deals or whatever.
Right.
Like their job, maybe I've got to see email as it comes in. But if you don't, if you can get away with checking it a few times a day, you might actually end up with less email. Yeah.
Interesting.
That didn't, I had a total mind blow emoji when I heard that. I was like, oh, yes, that makes sense.
Does that go along with like basically everything at the workplace? If you're really good at something, they're going to keep giving you stuff.
Well, yeah, whatever's in that wheelhouse.
And if you start sucking at stuff, then they'll stop giving you stuff.
Well,
like if you start sucking at email, they're going to stop emailing you.
Nah, it's not necessarily sucking at email. It's being too attentive to your email. Checking it too often, creating too much email. I don't think it means you have to be bad at it. You have to be thorough, I think. Like if you're doing a back and forth with someone, you probably need to be thorough in your response. You can't just have like a one-sentence response or just a one-sentence question and then get back with them the next day when they when they respond. I don't think you can get away with that, but I think it makes a lot of sense. If I was wearing my emails shirt right now, I would be able to make a much better argument because it helps me think about email.
Oh, okay.
Because I can tell I'm not winning you over with this idea.
No, I feel like it's the tip of the iceberg in the workplace.
Then I'm the Titanic headed toward it?
No, I'm saying in general, like if you're too attentive to this part of your job, people are going to give you more. If you're...
Yeah, well...
You know, this isn't an original thought. And I feel like if I had told you who said this, you'd be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But because I said it, you're like, no, I don't get it.
Oh, come on.
I'll tell you when we're off the air who said it.
Vice versa. I mean, same thing for me to you.
You think so?
Yeah, if I said, oh, Benjamin Franklin said, only check your email 3 times a day. You're like, oh, okay, penny saved, penny earned. I get it. Fellow knew what he was talking about.
I'm not in the Franklin camp. If you would have said Hamilton.
Oh, okay. Wrong historical figure. Wrong founding father, yeah.
That made me laugh. But it said Benjamin Franklin. I saw that Overland Park, Kansas is one of the top 10 best cities for keeping New Year's resolutions. It doesn't say why.
Okay.
It just says it was a survey by Wallet Hub that there are actually cities that were voted on best for keeping New Year's resolutions.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I wonder how they did that. Is it because of number? I bet you. Here's my guess. It's Overland Park, Kansas. So Johnson County. They got some money there. And I imagine probably more community centers and fitness centers per capita. That's my guess.
Well, it's a survey, though, so people have to answer it.
Oh, well, how?
See, that's why I don't know, because...
There's too many cities.
Well, there are 10 cities that made the top 10, and the only reason this caught my attention, like these are the surveys that I go, meh, I don't care. But I saw Kansas on there, so I was like, oh, Overland Park, OP. So, number 1 city for keeping New Year's resolutions... Scottsdale, Arizona. Like, I'd like to see the survey. Because Scottsdale makes me think there's a lot of old people there. What resolutions do they have? Not die?
Yeah, probably.
What is that from? Big Daddy, maybe?
I don't know.
I think, what's his goal? Not die? I think so. It's Adam Sandler. Okay.
Right.
Number 2, Seattle. Number 3, San Francisco. 4 is Irvine, California. A lot of California's on here.
Yeah, see, it makes sense because you can go do outdoor activities and maybe maintain resolutions that way. I don't know. That's my guess is fitness. San
Diego. Right before Overland Park is Salt Lake City. But you've got Kansas, Overland Park in 7, and Plano, Texas in 8.
Kansas, Overland Park? Overland Park, Kansas, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when we were talking about outdoor, like you could go do outdoor things.
I was just making sure that Kansas wasn't a separate entry or something. Okay.
I was just pointing out like the areas of the states.
Gotcha.
So Kansas and Texas are number 7 and 8. 9 is Fremont, California. And then Austin is number 10. So, and Seattle, I mean, they don't have really great New Year's weather, do they?
I think it's okay.
Yeah. Rains.
Yeah. Rainy.
Yeah.
50s probably.
Yeah. I get the Arizonas and the California in there. It's just surprising that Overland Park and made the top 10. I just would like to see what that survey, what are the questions?
Well, yeah. And who are they talking to?
Right.
Yeah. What are the questions? Name a city that you think would be good for New Year's resolutions. And then they go, Overland Park, Kansas.
Maybe a lot of people from Overland Park said, yeah, woohoo.
So this is Wallet Hub. Is that you said where the story came from?
Yes.
We got our eye on you, Wallet Hub.
Watching you.
Yeah, I'm curious about your methodology over there.
I mean, it's the internet. It's the wild, wild west, right?
That's true. Abraham Lincoln used to say, don't trust anything you read on the internet.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
Good old Honest Abe.